Welcome back to DC. Freedom 250 under yellow after Scotty Mack sent it on a restart going for the lead into turn one and overcooked it and hit the wall, giving Kyle Kirkwood the lead back. Ooh. Into the turn one wall, Scotty Mack going for the lead, and then Felix lost control behind him, but the only damage he had was a broken front wing. 16 to go. Still plenty of racing left. And with Scotty Mack crashing out of the race, that gives more points to below. Lundgaard radio. So Lundgaard having trouble getting the power down. Andretti's 1-3-4. Andretti's 1-3-4. Kirkwood, Will, and Erickson 1-3-4. Kiffin and Nolan 5th, 6th. Joseph Dixon 7-8. Then Colette's 9th. What a run for Colette. And Rossi's in 10th. You got Mick in 11th. Grosjean 12th. 1 to go. 14 laps left. It's going to be a 13-lap shootout for the win. And the sun has come out in Washington, D.C. Kyle Kirkwood's led 114 laps today, most laps led in an IndyCar street course race ever. And there's still 13 laps left, and we know for sure he's guaranteed to lead at least one more at the end of this lap because we're under caution. We'll have to see. So it'll be Kirkwood, Lundgaard, then Will and Erickson, the top four coming to the restart, with Kiffin rounding out the top five, Nolan 6th, Joseph 7th, Dixon, Colette, and Rossi round out the top 10. Into turn 6. When does Kyle Kirkwood hit the gas? He does now. Green flag. 13 to go in the Freedom 250. Kirkwood went early to avoid being vulnerable in the turn 1. He's got a good lead over Lundgaard. Side by side for 11th back there, Mick and Grosjean. And Mick keeps 11th. Graham got by Grosjean as well. Down to turn 2, Nolan looking on Kiffin. Kiffin hangs on, being defensive. Nolan trying to get back. And everyone stays single file for now, so you're right on board with Nolan. Kiffin just in front of him. Off of turn number 5, Lundgaard and Will, big sideways moments, as well as Erickson. And now a fight deep in the field between lap cars. Pato gets around Marcus. That's for 16th. 12 to go. Kirkwood leading by a second over Lundgaard. Then Will's right there. Kiffin trying to get to Erickson for 4th. And you got Joseph holding up a line of cars behind him. Dixon and Collette right behind him as well. Down Pennsylvania Avenue. Kiffin deep on the brakes trying to get to the inside of Erickson. He can't quite get there yet. He may try up 9th Avenue and onto the Constitution Street. Erickson hangs on now. Little slide there off of turn 4 for Erickson. Kiffin trying to stay with as Dixon going against Joseph. This used to be a championship battle back in the day. They nearly come together. Dixon to 7th. And now Collette to the outside of Joseph. Collette looking. Joseph holds him off. And Joseph is very vulnerable. 9 seconds of push to pass left for him. 11 laps to go in the race. On board with the number 2, the Estemo Patriotic paint scheme. And here's what happened to Scotty Mack. Hey, you got to go for it, man. Kirkwood has been the best car all race long, and he's extended the gap to Lundgaard with that early jump on the restart. Gap's up by 1.5 seconds for Kyle Kirkwood. Lundgaard trying to stay with him, but he just can't. Kyle Kirkwood is too quick today. Kirkwood out of turn 4. Heading to the very wide turn number 5. Kirkwood gets through 5. Down the back straightaway. Into this tough turn 6 with that big bump. Kirkwood gets through, as well as Lundgaard. Gap stabilizing at 1.3. 9 laps to go at Washington, D.C. Lundgaard a little bit, keeping it very just above 1 second. Push to pass right now. 32 seconds for Kirkwood, 42 for Lundgaard. And that's the fight for the win. Will has fallen back. He's 4.5 seconds behind Kyle Kirkwood now. Kirkwood. Right there with Lundgaard. Still 1.2 as we go down the backstretch into turn 6. 8 to go. 1.2. So if Kyle Kirkwood can win the race, as Lundgaard is gaining, it's down to 1.0. So 1 second's the gap. Lundgaard eating away, but not quick enough if he wants to win this race. But if Kyle Kirkwood can win, he'll be 91 points behind Palou with 3 races to go. Still 2 races behind, so it's looking really good for Palou, especially with ovals coming up next at Milwaukee, and then Alex Palou's one of his best tracks, Laguna Seca. But what isn't a great track for Alex Palou? 7 to go, 1.3 the gap. It's stabilized at 1 second. That's the closest Lundgaard's gotten, 1 second, and now he's starting to fall back a little bit. Down the long straightaway into turn number 2, Pennsylvania Avenue. Kirkwood up toward a second and a half. Now it is a second and a half between him and Lundgaard. This is probably the most pressure Kyle Kirkwood's had to deal with all race, and it isn't really any pressure. Lundgaard burning the button, trying to get to Kirkwood. He's down to 34 push to pass seconds. On board with Will through turn 6 and turn 7. 6 laps to go, and Lundgaard is starting to feel the effects of those soft tires. He is struggling. He's struggling compared to Kirkwood. It's down to 2 seconds now. The gap has extended. Christian Lundgaard starting to fade. Kyle Kirkwood staying consistent. Lundgaard squivel squabbling through the exit of turn 2. Kirkwood through 3 and 4. Lundgaard through 4. 2.2 now. Kirkwood really extending. Lundgaard very close to the wall for 4. Kirkwood a little late on the binders there entering turn 5 as we have a replay of Lundgaard, and he kissed the wall off of turn 7. Speaking of turn 7, Kirkwood gets through there, and we have 5 laps to go. The hand sign comes up. 5 to go for Kirkwood. Kyle Kirkwood into turn 2. Then turn 3. Now turn 4. Kyle Kirkwood into turn number 5. Gets through 5. Lundgaard now 3 seconds back, and he is visibly slower on the helicopter camera. He's visibly slower than Kyle Kirkwood. The tires are gone for that number 7 Papaya Chevy. 4 laps remaining for Kyle Kirkwood. He has 6 career IndyCar wins, 5 of them on street courses. Four to go. Kirkwood through turn 2. 3.5. Lundgaard almost can't even see Kyle Kirkwood. That's how far ahead Kirkwood has gotten. You can see the glimpse of Kirkwood going away in those tight, twisty corners, and now the 26 of Will is licking his chops. He might get to Lundgaard before this is over. The only thing that can take this race away from Kyle Kirkwood is himself. Kirkwood through 7. 3 laps to go. Lundgaard very much struggling. The tires are gone for the 7. Kyle Kirkwood down Pennsylvania Avenue. Absolutely flying. Into turn number 2. This may be a once in a lifetime opportunity to race at Washington, D.C. However, I think, and probably most IndyCars think, they should do this again. But if it can't be by the Capitol, you got to find some streets in Washington, D.C. because the D.C. faithful showed up and showed out for this IndyCar race. And they have taken it all in and really enjoyed this spectacle. Kyle Kirkwood into turn 6. Perfect. Into turn 7. Perfect again. 2 laps remaining in the Freedom 250. It's been a long, grueling race, but Kyle Kirkwood has withstood the pressure. 4.5 seconds, the gap increases from him to Lundgaard. A late race yellow changed the complexion of the race with Alex Palou hitting the wall. But Kyle Kirkwood has withstand the efforts of Scotty Mack and Christian Lundgaard to get this big time lead and make it a title fight extension into Milwaukee. 2 to go. Kirkwood into turn 5. We ride with the ICAM. Turn 6 one more time. Down the front stretch. Final lap for Kyle Kirkwood here at Freedom 250. The King of the Streets has certainly proved that nickname right again. Kyle Kirkwood with the most dominant street course race performance ever, leading basically 80 to 90% of this race. Kyle Kirkwood leading by 4 seconds. Will within a second of Lundgaard. Kirkwood through turn 4 for the final time. Kyle Kirkwood to turn 5. Almost home free. The American looking to win on the U.S. Capitol. Kyle Kirkwood into turn 6. He's going to win the Road Course Indy 500. The Freedom 250 belongs to the American dreamer, Kyle Kirkwood, the king of the streets. He wins in Washington, D.C. Lundgaard second, Will third. That rounds out the podium. And one of the best American names. Oh! Water bath for the Andretti crew. One of the most famous American names ever, Andretti on the top step of the podium and on the third step of the podium. Career win number 7 for Kyle Kirkwood. And it's 6th on a street course. Listen to the ovation that Kyle Kirkwood's getting. Yes, Kyle Kirkwood's doing donuts. Well, he did one. He stalled it. But he did one on the front stretch, so that's cool. The gearbox is gone. How's Kyle going to get back to the victory celebrations now? Oh, here he goes. Almost threw that thing into the wall. Here we go. Now he gets to the podium. Look at all the cameras around Kyle Kirkwood. He's getting mobbed by his team and the camera. Kyle Kirkwood climbs out the winner of the Freedom 250 and dives into his team. There's Mario.
And the helmet comes off. Kyle Kirkwood. This moment, absolute domination. As an American driver racing here on the streets of Washington, D.C., Kyle, put this moment in perspective for us.
You can't even put it into words. This is incredible. I'm almost in tears here. This is a big moment for us. Big moment for America here, the 250, right? Big moment for Andretti. Big moment for Sam's Club and Honda. These guys, they're the ones that gave me the equipment and this car right here to be out there, to go out there and perform. But man, that was a hard race. 147 laps. I'm out of breath right now trying to get words to you if I'm being honest.
What was the moment like driving around here? I mean, the President of the United States, the First Lady standing right here watching you come to victory. I mean, put it in perspective, driving around this track and being here in this moment with your team.
It felt good to dominate out there. I'm not gonna lie. That was a really good moment. I'm a fellow Florida guy. I live up in Jupiter, so it's cool to see him down here and right here in this race. What an incredible place to do it. You know, if you can't win at the 500, this is definitely the place to win. And I don't know if we're ever gonna get another chances. I hope we do. I hope we do. This was awesome. But this was what a dream come true.
Congratulations.
Brian Herta comes in to congratulate Kyle Kirkwood, the most dominant street course win ever. Uh-oh, he gets the ice bath. Here's Lundgaard.
This experience today. I feel it's fitting that an American won, right? But no, we gave it our best shot. We did great. Feel like it's good to bounce back from last week and Markham obviously starting up front and not quite executing. Just so happy. Awesome event. We got the capital in the background. This is only something you could dream of.
Congratulations. Well done. Christian Lundgaard finishes second, Georgia.
Will Power is certainly laying down some stats right now. It's his third podium in a row and his third podium on new street courses this year alone. But you've really had to work for it. It's no secret that this weekend has been full of ups and downs, and you made something out of it. What really made the difference?
Yeah, good team, good car, good stop, strategy, made moves on the track. So awesome to see Carl win this race. Marcus last week, two of us on the podium. It's such an epic event, man. Look back there. I just could never dream of being in a place like this, racing in a place like this when I started all those years ago in Toowoomba. So, yeah, stoked, man. Stoked. I really wanted to get on the podium. Obviously, a win would be phenomenal, but one of our team cars won. So, we're coming, man. We're becoming the team to beat.
And Will Power's got 2 races left to do it this season. Well, 3 with a doubleheader in Milwaukee coming up next, guys. But how about that? You can feel the emotion down here.
6th podium of the year for Christian Lundgaard, the most he's ever had in a season. 3 podiums in a row for Will. First time he's done that since his championship season in 2022. But it's Kyle Kirkwood with the most dominant street course performance ever, leading 128 of the 147 laps in the Freedom 250 to be the inaugural Freedom 250 winner. Kyle Kirkwood gets it done with Andretti and America riding his back, and he pointed to Mr. Trump, he hopes to do this again because he really wants to dominate this again. He had a lot of fun dominating for sure. Kyle Kirkwood, the winner of the Freedom 250, win number. I think this might be his first win of the year. He might have got another one, but I can't remember at this current moment in time. Oh no, yeah, he did. Arlington. This is his second win on a street course. Arlington, and now this. So he's won the inaugural races this year. How fitting. Kyle Kirkwood dominates the Freedom 250 and gets the job done for America. Thank you all for watching. See you later. RV out. Peace. What an epic event. Mr. Trump, I hope they do this again. Please, please have this do it again. This was absolutely epic. Please, Mr. Trump, do it again.